Hi, my name is Marianne, and I am a partnership specialist with the US Census. What we do is we make sure that we go into the community and connect partners and major organizations with the US Census so that way they can assist us with reaching many groups of people. And so the library was kind enough to host us, and so we're very grateful for that opportunity here at the New York Regional Census Center. So a little bit about the census is that we're the largest statistical agency in the US. We're the leading source of quality data that many people look for statistics on. And we conduct a lot of research and data on the economy, and more than 130 surveys go out every year. So we really focus on demographic programs and economic programs. And so a lot of people say that we've received a lot of surveys already from the census, but quite honestly, we're trying to reach and look for data in different areas. So we look at the housing survey, we look at populations, we look at communities, we look at so many things. But the ones we're going to talk about today is the decennial census. So that's usually the survey that goes out every 10 years. So any year that ends in 0 is usually when you will be receiving a US Census survey in the mail. So that way we can count everyone in the US. Okay. So these are some links to some of our surveys, and I know a lot of people have some concerns about fraud, and so the US Census was kind enough and smart enough to put up a link on how to avoid fraud, and some of those things would be about we never ask for Social Security, we never ask for donation or money. All our services are free to the community because they are statistics. Okay. So the point of the US Census for the 2020 and 2010 and 2000 has always been to count everyone once, only once, and in the right place. So as our population grows, right now we currently suspect there's 330 million people, and we have 140 million housing units. And so as you can imagine, as buildings go up and people move and people, come to the US, we're trying to make sure that these people get the proper resources and the proper funding. It's also mandated by the US Constitution that we survey, that we send out this survey. And again, it happens every 10 years, and it's been happening actually since 1790. The big thing that I think people really want to hear, and they should, is that it's representation, right? And it also includes funding, and we'll talk a little bit more about that in the upcoming presentation. So why is the 2020 census so important? Why are you seeing on billboards? Why are we seeing it everywhere? It's really because it determines the number of seats each state has in the US House of Representatives. And that's super important because when we talk about representation, we want people that look like us, that speak our language, that really share a lot of our concerns. And so when we see that there's a group or a population that's increasingly growing, we have to think about those needs and those resources that we have to allocate to them. It also defines congressional and state legislative districts, schools, and voting precincts. Those are also really important. And then the big thing is that there's $675 billion of funding that's allocated. So when New Jersey comes up and says, hey, we have this amount of population, we have to think about how much of that $1 billion is coming to us, right? And we have to think about roads, we have to think about hospitals, we have to think about school districts. There's so many things that we use on a daily basis that requires a lot of this funding. And so we're thinking about Medicaid, we're thinking about SNAP, we're thinking about highway planning, we're thinking about Section 8 housing. So a lot of people are like, we don't have kids in schools. Well, think about the roads that you drive on, those potholes that you hit that, you would wish someone would fill. So those are really, really important things, right? And especially our healthcare programs. It also provides insight to governments, businesses, community planning groups for planning purposes. And so a lot of those statistics that we survey end up going online for people to look at. And so we ask that our statistics come back accurate and that we try to make sure that we're getting all the proper numbers and collecting all the proper data. Okay. The big thing I want to emphasize is it is safe, right? Our information is never published. We never publish anything about names, addresses, not even GPS coordinates, social security numbers, telephone numbers, anything that comes to us as data is strictly just numbers out to the public. We never share that. It never goes to anyone but our division. We collect information to produce statistics only. Personal information collected by us cannot be used against respondents by any government agency or court. And I just want to put in that many people have taken the US Census Bureau to court to try to get information out of us and have failed because we're protected under so many laws and regulations, okay? And even right, I'm sworn to protect confidentiality for life. So even if after the census, I decide to change jobs or whatever, I'm held under oath. And actually, when I violate Title 13, which is the, what I swore under, we're subject to a lot of penalties. One of them is federal prison up to 5 years and a fine up to $250,000 or both. And honestly, I don't want to go to jail and I don't have $250,000 to spare. So those are pretty serious offenses, and we take what we do here at the census very seriously, and we respect and value our community members and our partners that we work with. And so we want to ensure and let everyone know that everything that we do, it is safe, it is private, it is confidential, and we're really just using it to produce statistics for everyone and funding. Okay. So there's 4 ways to respond to the 2020 census. So we're really stepping up our game here. We are now live online, which is super easy because honestly, I even did my census on the phone. So that way, it's literally a couple of steps, 10 questions to respond to, and boom, there you go. You can do it on the phone. I mean, you can call in languages, and we'll talk about what languages we have and numbers you can call. You could do it traditionally by the paper, or you could, if you need help, we're going to have people, hopefully the stuff clears up that's going on. We usually have people come to the house and be able to assist you with completing it, or you can go out to local libraries or areas that would host the US Census for assistance, okay? And here's some of the information that we ask. We ask for your name, age, date of birth, race and origin, Hispanic origin, what kind of origin you're from, your relationship status, your gender. So really operational questions, nothing serious. We don't ask for donations or money. We really stick to the basics to make sure that we're just getting statistics again. We never ask anything about your political party. We never ask about your financial stuff. We don't ask for bank or credit card information. And again, we don't ask for any money or your social security number. If you see any of those things, please know that those things are fake and they are not safe to respond to. Okay. So we do have language support. So we understand that, English may not be your first language or may not be a language you speak at all. And so we provide a lot of support for this. We have 12 languages in addition to English. Some of the popular languages are Spanish, Chinese, Vietnamese, Korean, Russian, Arabic, Tagalog, Polish, French, Haitian Creole, Portuguese, and Japanese. And so we have those languages the census comes in those languages. And you can also call in for any of these languages right here, because we understand every county, every area has different groups. And so these are the total free numbers you can call, and someone could assist you with completing the survey, right? And so our survey went out March 1st, 2020. So a lot of people have gotten it, a lot of people have completed it, but we still have a bit to go. And we understand that one of the things is that language. And so you can call some of these numbers here on the screen if you need assistance. And if you say, hey, if you know someone that has a language that's not represented here, you could definitely reach out to your partnership specialist, and we'll be able to find someone with that language to assist you with completing it within our agency. So that's really it for this slide. But again, emphasis on the assistance and reaching out to the US Census if you need anything else. Okay. So we also have 59 English languages, and we have a link here, and some of these are also the languages that we can get assistance with. So there's video and print language guides available online, and there's key terminologies and bilingual staff to assist. Okay, and so we've expanded 50 to 59 languages. In 2010, we had only 50. So as we understand our population grows and the representation, we look to represent more people and come up with more information for everyone. Okay, so if anyone's looking for a job, we are hiring, okay, and we're not paying minimum wage. We're paying really good money. Our Hudson County rate, just for here in Jersey City and areas like the Heights, starts at $20. And you can see the rates online if you're interested in applying. We have positions from partnership specialists. We have things to HR. We have people that need to go door to door. We have so many different positions open for everybody. Languages, of course, are welcome because it's very important that we get people of representation, and that can assist the community that they live in. So I think it's a double-edged sword in terms of helping people and getting things on your resume. So those are two positives. You can't really beat it, and you're getting paid to do amazing work and community service work, which can really assist us in funding, and you can even get other people to work with us. So those are really great things. So we are still recruiting. We are still looking for people to work with us. It doesn't stop just at the census. So you can apply online. It's fairly simple, very easy. This is the link right here, 2020census.gov/jobs, okay? And then every pay rate depends on the position and the location. All right, so for us now, we've kind of changed our timeline due to COVID. So the self-response rate we've extended from March 12th all the way to July 31st. So you have time to respond. Okay, so that was our original schedule. We've now extended that to October 31st. So you have a lot more time to respond now. And then we're going to have people that follow up to say, hey, we didn't receive a census from your address. Is everything okay? Do you need assistance? We're going to try our best to have people come out between August 11th and October 31st of this year. Okay. For some people that are looking for more statistics, right? So I can speak for Hudson County. We have something called on a free tool on the census website. It's called Roam. It's a response outreach area mapper. A lot of people have seen it, but let me just explain it very quickly. You can basically put in your zip code or your area, and it'll come up with all these interesting statistics to see. And so we have something called the low response rate. So Middlesex County is one of those areas. And that basically tells us that these people really don't respond to the census. And so we try to get as many people there to respond because we want to make sure that area is represented accurately. And so it tells us how many people don't have insurance, the languages that are spoken there, what groups of population live there, reside there, married couples, household with no computer device. So we look at that. So they may need to go to a place to respond to the census where they have free computers. So Roam is a very interesting and helpful tool. So we ask people to go on and explore it. Anyone could go on the US Census website and use this as a tool. If you're even a community activist looking to get involved, so you don't even have to work, but might want to say we want to partner and look at our area to see how we can get more funding. Okay. So of course, I'll share this link for the self-response. We're usually 59.1. We don't, NJ historically has always been a low response area. And so we're trying to change that by hiring more people, getting the languages needed, and making sure that people are represented equally everywhere. Okay. We have a data dissemination program. It's a free resource to any really community organization program. And we talk about how to access our data presentations, our workshops, our training sessions, our webinars, a lot of our surveys. And so you can find how you can get our program at the www.census.gov. We have something called Explore Census Data, a link, so that way you can learn how to look into our data, how to use it, how it can help you if you're looking to build a program or a business. It talks about my congressional districts on the map. So those are other tools that you can explore on our website. We always encourage people to go to our website. There's very interesting statistics there. A lot of the programs and the resources are on there if you have questions. And also you can switch it to the language that you're looking for if English is not language that you want to use. You can connect with us to see a lot of our updates. We post extremely interesting things on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram. We try to connect with people on so many different platforms. And so we ask people to visit us, ask questions, do what you got to do to connect with us. And I think it's a helpful survey, ask things, especially in this time develop. And contact us. So you can definitely email us. You can call us here if you have any questions. This is our partnership program. That's where I work and a lot of the community officers that I work with, my colleagues here. And then if you're interested in the data dissemination program, this is our email, our phone number, and our website. And we look forward to hearing from you, whether you email us or call us. We love to hear from community. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to those numbers. Again, my name is Marianne. I'm from the New York Regional Census Center. And I look forward to working with you. Thank you.